Welcome back to our continuous lesson on making this beautiful bag, at least something similar to this, if not exactly what is here. Remember, in the last course, we measured this, we did our frills that we are going to attach on it. We also measured the bottom of the bag. We measured everything. Today we are going to cut the lining that is inside the bag. Remember, I told you I love using taffeta. So this is how the lining looks like. As you can see, on one side of the lining there is a zip container covered by a zip. On the opposite side of the lining, as you can see, you have two openings that you can put your phone, your keys, and what have you. So what I did is to measure from here to here. That is the length, the width of the lining that will go into the bag, and of course from here to here. So that is exactly what I've done here. Measured from the width of the bag, gave me 17, and the length of the lining of the bag gave me 13. So as you can see, I've already done my cutting. So this is 17 from here to here. From here to here is 13. From here to here is 17. And remember, it has to be double. It's double. You can open it. It's 2. I repeat. From here to here, which is the length of the lining, is 13. I made mine 14 because of sewing. And of course, the width from here to here, 17. But I made mine 18 because of sewing. And of course, remember the bags I showed to you. The bags, this is 9 inches by 7 inches. This is 14 inches by 7 inches. Sorry, 14 inches by 7 inches to get the bag that you can put your handsets, you can put your, your eyeglasses and all that, which you are going to place on one side of the lining, and on the opposite side of the lining we are going to do the bag that has a zip. The bag that has a zip, my measurement was 12 by 8. 12 inches by 8 inches. 12 inches by 8 inches. And of course, I hope you know how to make an inner bag. The same method you use to make an inner bag on clothes, same method we are going to use to make this inner bag on the lining that we are going to use for our bag. So now our lining is ready. All we have to do now is to go and do the sewing. Remember, on one side of the bag, we are going to sew this to make it into our pocket bags, inner pocket bags for our handbag. Then on the opposite side of the lining, we are going to sew the inner pockets that will have a zip opening. I hope that is very clear. So because we need to do this first, before we now start, do this first in our sewing. The other sewing that we are going to do is, of course, the layers on the cloth part of our, this is the cloth part of our bag. the cloth part. Let me remove this so that you see it well. This is the cloth part of my bag, and this is what I'm going to lay on top of it. So I'm going to sew this on 2 layers, 2 layers on top of this, back and front, 2 layers on top of this. Now do the same thing on the opposite side of the cloth, on the opposite side of the cloth. And after doing that, I will now start making our bags originally. So the sewing we are going to do now is to attach these layers on top of the cloth that will make our bag, both on the front part and the back part, both ways of the bag. We'll attach the layers, as you can see, 2 layers already ready to be attached. So that's it. So let's do the sewing, so that in the next course we'll now start making our bag proper. Remain blessed.